Hey guys, welcome to Miss V English. Today it's all about telling the time. Right now the time is 10:06. Or you can say the time is 6 minutes past 10 or 6 past 10. So there are a lot of different ways of saying what the time is, and it's really important to know this skill when you are at work or at school or booking an appointment. You need to be able to know how to say the time. So stay tuned if that's something that you want to learn. Take out a notepad, a pen, highlighters, and let's get started. All right, let's just start with the basics because telling the time isn't always such an easy thing to do. But if you know the basics, you should be able to start off well. So we use o'clock for full hours. So when there are no minutes, you can just say o'clock. Repeat after me. O'clock. Perfect. Here are some examples. I wake up at 7 o'clock. The class starts at 10 o'clock. So, because there are no minutes, it's just the full hour, we say o'clock. 7 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Write that down. Okay, let's now talk about half and quarter hours. All right, so we've got half and quarter hours. So you can say half past, which means 30 minutes has gone past. You can say quarter past, which means 15 minutes after, or 15 minutes has gone past. You can say quarter to. Quarter to means 15 minutes before the next hour. So when there are 15 minutes to go until the next hour, you can say it's quarter to 3, for example. Don't worry, we will go into lots of examples later. For now, just try and understand the language. Here are some examples. It's 8:30. So if it's 8:30, what would the time be? It would be 8:30. It's 3:15. 3:15. That means 15 minutes has gone past. So the time would be 3:15. It's 9:15. So it's not 9 yet. It's 9:15. So what would the time be? The time would be 8:45. It's not yet 9. It's 9:15. There's a quarter to go until it's 9. So it's 8:45 or 8:45. Write these down and just keep practicing. Even if it sounds a little bit confusing, it'll make sense as you keep practicing. All right, now let's talk about minutes past and minutes to. So we use past for minutes after the hour. So past means it's after the hour. Minutes have gone past the hour. And we use to for minutes before the next hour. I always think of it as there's still more minutes to go until it's the next hour. Okay, so write this down. Past is what we say for after the hour. To is what we say for before the next hour. Let's have a look at some of these examples. So you can say it's 5:10. That means 10 minutes has gone past the hour, which is 5. So you could say that it's 5:10 or 10 minutes past 5. What about this one? It's 20 to 7. So is it 7 yet? No. we've still got 20 minutes to go until it's 7. I hope that makes sense. So this means that there are 20 minutes to go until 7 o'clock. So the time would be 6:40. 6:40, because in another 20 minutes, it will be 7. So we would say it's 6:40 or 20 to 7. It's not 7 yet. There are still 20 minutes to go. Okay, what about when we need to ask for the time? So if you want to know what the time is, here's what you could say. You could simply ask, what time is it? You can say, do you have the time? This is a really good one. Highlight it. Again, it's one of those sentences where if you say it, it really will sound like you've been speaking English your whole life. Do you have the time? Okay. So again, what time is it? Do you have the time? Can you tell me the time? Okay. And always remember, be polite. If you're asking someone random what the time is, I would always say, excuse me, do you have the time? And I always point to my wrist. I think we all do that actually. Excuse me, do you have the time? Okay, that's a very native English thing to say. All right. Or, excuse me, can you tell me the time? Write these down, really important to know. All right, now here are some ways that you can respond. So if someone asks you what the time is, here's what you can say. You can say, it's 4 o'clock, it's 6:30, or it's 5:20. Whatever the time is, we always say it's. Okay, so if someone said to me, Miss V, do you have the time? I would say, yeah, it's 4 o'clock. It's 7:20. It's 9:15. It's. So always say it's. Remember, it's really means it is. It is. Smush it together, marry it together. It becomes it's. Okay? It's 4 o'clock. It's 6:30. Okay? Let's have a quick practice. Remember, say these out loud. You know that I always want you guys to speak the language out loud. It doesn't matter how silly you think you sound. Saying it is always far better than just thinking it. Okay? So say it and write it down. Now, I've written down some times here. I want you to write down how else you could say it to sound more like a native English speaker. So if I look at my watch and it says 7:30, I could say, it's 7:30. But can you think of another way that we could say this time? Think about when it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes have gone past. 30 minutes have gone past 7. So you could say, it's 7:30. Okay? If you want, pause the video here, write down your answers, and then we can go through it together later. So, for the first one, 7:30. You can say, it's 7:30, or it's 7:30. What about this one? 9:15. You can say, it's 9:15, or it's 9:15. Okay? So 15 minutes has gone past. It's 9:15. How about this one? 5:45. It's 5:45. Or what else could we say? Remember, it's not yet 6 o'clock, but it will be very soon. In 15 minutes, it's going to be 6. So I would say it's 5:45. Okay? So you can say it's 5:45 or it's 5:45. Let's practice some more. 6:10. So you can say it's 6:10 or you can say it's 6:10. It's 6:10. In other words, it's 10 minutes that have gone past 6 o'clock. Okay? Again, pause the video here, do the next question, and check if you got it correct. 8:50. So, of course, you can just say it's 8:50, or you can say it's 10 to 9. It's not 9 o'clock yet, but it will be in 10 minutes. So you would say it's 10 to 9. All right? Give yourself a tick. How many did you get correct out of 5? Let me know the score that you got in the comments. Okay, final challenge, everybody. You know that I love a final challenge. I want you to say the time out loud for these clocks. I'm going to show you some clocks in a minute, and I want you to have a go at saying the time out loud. Also write them down in as many different ways as you can think, okay? Ask your friend what time it is and answer correctly, okay? So you can ask a friend and just say, hey, do you have the time? Or hey, what's the time? Think about those different ways that we talked about, how you can ask for the time, and have a go at asking a friend or someone what the time is. All right, here are the clocks. I'm sorry if they're a little bit blurry, but you can kind of understand. So let's have a look at this one. Hopefully we all know how to read a clock, I'm hoping, okay? As you can see, that first one, it's 3 o'clock. Okay, so because it's a full hour, you would just say it's 3 o'clock. But when we're speaking fluently in English, it doesn't really come out as 3 o'clock. We normally kind of marry those words together. We say 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So it kind of ends up being 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, all right? Rather than saying 3 o'clock. Does that make sense? As you become more fluent, you'll marry the words together. It's 3 o'clock, is what I would say. All right, pause the video here. Have a go at doing the other clocks and telling me what the time is. You can write it in the analog way, but I also want to know the other ways of writing it. For example, 2:30 or 20 to 9. So I want you to think about all the ways that we've talked about saying the time in this lesson. Write them down, but more importantly, say the time out loud on these clocks. Pause here. Let's see if you get them correctly. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, so the big hand is on the 9, the little hand is on the 7. So it's not yet 7, but in 15 minutes it will be. So for this clock, you can say that it is 6:45 or 6:45. What time is it? 6:45. Okay, let's have a look at this clock down here. Okay, you could write that it is, or you can say that it is 2:15, or you can say it is 2:15. So 2:15 or 2:15. I'm happy with any of those. This clock over here, let's have a look. All right, so 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 30. So it's 4:30. What's the other way that we can say 30 minutes has gone past? You can say it's 4:30. Okay, 4:30 or 4:30. How many did you get correct out of 4? Leave your score in the comments below. Well, everyone, that's all we have time for today. I know that telling the time is not always an easy thing to do, but have a go. Go back to your notes, read and practice saying the time and understanding the language that we use when we tell the time. Remember, go ahead and book your one-on-one lesson with me, Miss V. The link is in the description. Like, subscribe, and click that bell for updates. I'll see you next time.